manager said, well, this particular client pointed out somebody that has been exceptional. She said she didn't know the name of the staff, but she said this staff had been exceptional. She communicated with them well. She asked about their day. She didn't treat her like an object. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is the Olajumoke Gbalao. If this is your first time on my channel, I want to say warm welcome to you. Thank you for being a part of this video. And if this is not your first time, you've liked, you've shared, you've subscribed, you've told a friend to subscribe, you've smashed the notification button, guys, you're the real deal and I so much appreciate you. Thank you so much. Today is more like a work rant, guys. More like a work rant. So before I left Nigeria, I never had to work on a night shift. So I've had no previous experience of what working on a night shift was all about. However, when I got the employment with my previous employer, I was hopeful, or I had discussed with a few people who had told me that as a mom, you know, with young children, it would be better for me to work as on a night shift. And so when I got into my previous employment, I kept on asking them, don't you have night shifts? Don't you have night shifts? Because I knew that was what was going to work for me. However, not until I got there and started work before they told me that they had night shifts, but there were some specific people who were assigned to those night shifts. Wow. So how was I supposed to manage, you know, working all day, the school and the kids and all of those things? Anyways, I went ahead with it as that was the only offer to work daytime. And so daytime it works for me. And I realized, based on, let me put it out there, that I'm an excellent staff. I am very employable. Whatsoever my hand finds to do, I do it with all my strength, with all my might, and with all my power. And so when I started the job, I was attached to a mentor, very wonderful mentor at that, you know, who I was supposed to do some shadow shift with. And after the shadow shift, I was assigned, he was to, you know, I was to work with him for several weeks. And so we started on the job, you know, just learning and, you know, the culture and everything, how to go about the job right here. And within a few weeks of starting, there was a meeting. Anyway, whenever there's a meeting like that with the manager, you know that there's a problem somewhere. You can already start sensing that there's problem. Somebody has done something wrong or something. And so they called for a Zoom meeting, and in the Zoom meeting, they were talking about a particular client that myself and that my mentor, you know, I call him my boss, had attended to. And from all the conversation they were, you know, we were having, the manager said, well, this particular client pointed out somebody that has been exceptional. She said she didn't know the name of the staff, but she said this staff had been exceptional. She communicated with them well. She asked about their day. She didn't treat her like an object. You know, the manager spoke well of someone. And I was in the car with my colleague at that time. We were on a short break for the meeting. And then the manager mentioned she didn't know the name of the person, but she said the person wears glasses. And then my mentor in the car looked at me. I was like, that must be you. Because I guess I'm about the only one who wears glasses, you know, like regularly on all my shifts and all of that. And, you know, the mentor was so impressed, like, that must be you that just started when, and, you know, he was telling me to congratulate myself, to, you know, be happy and to say thank you in the comments of the Zoom meeting and all of that. I was flabbergasted, like, me that I'm just Johnny just come, what do I know, you know, that kind of a thing. It was really uplifting for me. And then when I got back and I had to tell my siblings, I was like, hey, they've got correct staff. They would just know that they've got correct staff. At this time, the job was not yet so demanding. I was still being driven. I was a passenger at this time, so, you know, it was easy to give it my best and all of those things, you know. Bottom line is that my job was noticeable because I was on a day shift. my job was very noticeable. It could be, spotted if you did a good job. Commendations could come or criticisms could come. Day shifts, you are noticeable, right? Now I got on my second job, and this is by no means any meaning that I'm complaining about my second job, because I absolutely love it. However, I got the chance to work on a night shift for my second job. And when I got on this second job, night shift, I was like, this is what I've prayed for. This is what I've wanted. And I'm absolutely enjoying it. However, I'm seeing the difference that on a night shift, your job is not noticeable. It's almost like we don't exist as staff on a night shift. We don't know what's going on. Nobody tells us a lot of things. More importantly, your job is not noticed. You are not noticeable. Even when you're doing excellent work, it's like nobody notices it, because you are there in the night where every management staff or thereabout are not available. They don't see what you do. They don't see how well you work. They don't see the extra efforts that you put into your job. And that's quite sad, because when you're sure about the excellent work that you want, that you're giving, or service that you're rendering, you want to be noticed for it, or you want to be, it's not necessarily about a gift. It's not necessarily about, you just want to see that your efforts are being noticed. And I am not getting that, and I am not quite happy about it, even though I love my night shift. So I don't know if there's anyone who has done excellent work on a night shift. Your work has been noticed. Please, if you can come to my aid. And I don't know, a number of people as well might be in my shoes who are like, how do we get our jobs out there? How do we get them to notice that we're doing excellent jobs? We're putting in our best, because, you should put yourself out there if you're doing an excellent job, shouldn't you? So that's just the work rant I'm here about today. And I'm hoping that, with time, hopefully, because I've been 6 months on this new job on a night shift now, and it's really amazing. I can tell you that, concerning having time for kids, having time for my personal, stuffs, it's really amazing. But in terms of growth in my place of work, how will growth come if my job is not being noticed? How will promotion come? How will, those things? If you have ever experienced this, please, I'd like you to make a comment. Let's talk about it. I would really love to learn from one or two people who have had this experience. Anyways, guys, so let me clarify what I mean by promotion. Sometimes, because I'm practically new in my current employment, I've just spent about 6 months. I'm not expecting promotion like maybe from where the next level. Maybe not promotion, maybe a pay raise, maybe something to motivate you to, do better on your job, something to show that you're doing excellent work. Okay, maybe we'll call it appraisals. But when no one is practically seeing you on your job, how do you get appraised? How do you get excellent appraisal? I don't know how it works really, but I just feel that night staff seem to be unnoticed, unmotivated. I don't know really, but I won't trade my night shift for day shift anyway. If it's a long 12-hour shift, I wouldn't. Nah. But I'm saying that maybe we could be a little more recognized, more noticeable, give us the necessary information that, day staffs are privy to. There are lots of things we don't know that day staff knows, and there are lots of things that they are more privileged to that we are not. Okay, let me give you an example. Day staffs that I know have a lot to eat, guys. They have a lot to eat at work in the healthcare sector. I'm not sure it applies to every healthcare, care home or nursing home or whatever, but I know that a number of people I know that work day shifts, they always have abundance of things to eat. Some don't even bother taking any food to work, some they have a lot. Now night staff is like what you get, if at all you get anything, is like leftovers. And we don't get those kind of privileges. You want to eat at night. Yes, why not? If I'm working, night has turned to day for me. So, but you know, those are just a bit of those things that I know that day staffs have as advantage over night shifts or night staffs. And I'm just thinking a little bit more notice of night staff, and let us know that our jobs are as important as the day shifts, you know, day staff and all of those things. And that's just basically it, guys. I love my job. I love my night shift. It's just the work rant, guys. I want my job to be, I want to put my job out there. If you're doing excellent work, just like the Bible says that you cannot light a candle and hide it under a bushel, you put it on the, exactly, guys, you got it. That's just what I'm saying. Thank you, guys. If you've not liked, you've not shared, you've not subscribed, please go ahead, like, share, subscribe, smash the notification button so you so you can have be notified immediately I upload another video. Thank you, guys.